I wanted to say that I am truly grateful for my life and for my family. And, I've had some dark days when I just wasn't sure I wanted to keep moving forward, but God always found a way to me. I'm guessing that some of you can identify with that. You've probably had some of that in your own lives. A few years ago, I was going through a time where I was depressed and I was sad and I was disappointed, and my emotions were shutting down. It honestly got to the point where I just didn't feel anything anymore. And it didn't matter to me if I lived or if I died. But God found a way to talk to me. He actually gave me an amazing spiritual dream one night. And in this dream, I was getting on a bus. And I got on the bus, and I noticed that everyone sitting on the bus had shaved heads. I also noticed it was all black and white. And so the bus started moving down the road. And I realized that this bus was taking us to die. We were heading toward death. And then I looked out the window. And when I looked out the window, I saw everything was in color, and it was beautiful, and it was bright. And I heard God say that I had the choice of whether I lived or died. That it was a choice for me. And I chose to live. And I have never, ever forgotten that dream, and I doubt I ever will, because it was without a doubt a spiritual dream that God gave me. And He pointed out to me that it was my choice of whether I lived or died. And I can't say that I really understood it until that point. But in the 1 Thessalonians 5:18, this is from the Amplified, it says, "In every situation, no matter the circumstances, be thankful and continually give thanks to God, for this is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus." I will continually give thanks to God because He pointed that out to me, and I made a decision. And there are a lot of verses about thankfulness and being grateful in the Bible. It seems important not only that we do this because we recognize what God has done for us, but also it seems key to our mental health. And in Proverbs 15:15 it says, "Everything seems to go wrong when you feel weak and depressed. But when you choose to be cheerful, every day will bring you more and more joy and fullness." So being grateful, being thankful, those are choices that we make every day. It is totally against what the world tells us, right? Totally against it. What's trying to be pushed on us every day. But we really do have a lot to be happy about. So many reasons to be happy. I got something in my kitchen that says that. I've got so many reasons to be happy. But we just have to change what we focus our thoughts on. We need to focus our thoughts on what God has done, what He's going to do, not on what things look like right now. In Proverbs 17 it says, "Life-giving words release sweetness to our souls and inner healing to our spirits." So what we say outwardly, those words, those life-giving words, those release sweetness. But we have to be careful what we say to other people, and we have to especially be careful what we say to ourselves. The inner dialogue that you have, we have to be careful what we're saying to ourselves. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on, what's going to happen, what you know will eventually happen, or are you just kind of giving in to that sadness and that depression? That is a deep, dark hole, and you should not go there. As somebody who lived there for a while, I can tell you, we need words that build up our faith, not tear it down. So the choices that we make every day can lead to that inner healing that Proverbs was just talking about. But it is a choice that you make every day, something you have to decide every day of every week. That I'm going to look at what's going to happen. I'm going to look at the good things. I'm going to look at the positives, and I'm not going to focus on the negatives. And that can really change your life. So I encourage you to make good choices this week. really think about what you're saying to yourself. Think about that inner dialogue that you're having. Focus it on the solutions, not on the problems. So, remember, God always finds a way to get to you. He did with me, He will with you. All right? Be blessed.